Welcome back. Today we are going to look at how to draw rays for the four wave phenomenons. If you recall from our class, those four phenomenons are reflection, refraction, diffraction, and interference. Alright, so to qualify as a wave has to pass through these four, has to undergo these four phenomenons: the reflection, refraction, diffraction, and interference. Right? If you're not sure where to get this chapter from, this is from IGCSE chapter 3 and SPM form 4 chapter 4. Once again, I strongly advise, if you're not familiar with this or you've forgotten all the rules and laws, to go back and revise those chapters before attempting this worksheet. Okay, let's take a look at the first question. Right, this question here. This is a reflection question because these are mirrors. Or over here, these things are mirrors. They are not glass. They are mirrors, and the ray can't go through. And when the ray hits at this points here, this point here and this point here, it's gonna get reflected. First step when doing a reflection question, let's try this question. First step when doing a reflection question is to draw the normal line. For example, when this ray hits at this point here, use a protractor or a ruler. All right, draw a normal line. What's a normal line? It's just a dotted line. There's 90 degrees angle to the surface. Right, at this point here, just draw a dotted line. Make sure this line is 90 degrees angle to the surface. Remember, for reflection, the angle of incident, right? The angle of incident I equals to R. For this question here, a lot of students keep making the same mistake. The I is not 60 degrees. The I is actually here. There's this angle here. Remember, it's always between the ray. I is always between the ray and the dotted line and the normal line. So in this case, it's 90 minus 60. I is actually equals to 30 degrees, which means I'll need to draw a ray, a reflected ray of 30 degrees. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to do this way. All right, I don't have a protractor, so what you guys at home, you're going to try this with a protractor. Draw a ray like this. All right, it's not straight. The angle, once again, the angle is always between the dotted lines and the ray, the reflected ray. So in this case, R. So this R has to be 30 and this I has to be 30. Okay, let's try the next one. Once again, let's repeat the same step. Step number 1. All right, the ray goes through this straight line here. It hits at this point here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a protractor or I'm going to take a ruler. I'm going to draw 90 degrees. I'm going to draw a normal line. Normal means 90 degrees. 90 degrees to the surface. Once again, I equals to R because this is a reflected case. I is not here. I is not 30 degrees. I equals to this angle here between the ray and the dotted line, so it's 60 degrees. I equals 60 degrees. R therefore must equal 60 degrees as well. So you're going to take a protractor, you're going to measure it, draw a line here. This line here, it's terrible, it looks terrible. Even freehand, it looks terrible. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to draw a ray here. Here is going to be 60 degrees. Alright, this ray here is going to get reflected once and it's going to hit this point here and it's going to get, you guess it, it's going to get reflected again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw another dotted line here. And it's going to be 90 degrees. So using a bit of trigonometry, or if you have a protractor, you can just measure it. So this is 60, so this is 30, 90, 90, 120. So this is 60 again, and then this is 30. This angle here, let's call this angle here I2 is going to be equals to 30 degrees. So what is R2 here? R2 is going to be somewhere here. R2 is going to be equal to another 30 degrees. That's how you do a reflection question.